Dear legend, there is a kind of pressure that comes with a slow season that people do not talk about enough. It is not always failure. It is not always loss. Sometimes it is simply the discomfort of not seeing immediate evidence that what you are carrying still matters. And that is where many people start to panic. They start forcing outcomes, overthinking timing, comparing their progress, and questioning their purpose just because the season got quiet. But slow does not always mean stagnant. Sometimes, dear legend, a slow season is where your roots are being strengthened. Sometimes it is where your discipline is tested. Sometimes it is where God is refining your motives, your focus, your endurance, and your ability to keep building without constant affirmation. Anyone can stay committed when doors are opening quickly. The real question is, can you remain purposeful when the pace changes? Can you still prepare? Can you still pray? Can you still move with integrity when nobody is applauding yet? Because purpose does not disappear in a slow season. Oh, dear legend, it truly deepens. And if you do not misread the quiet, you may discover that this very season is building the strength, wisdom, and substance your next level will require. So do not abandon the process. Stay grounded, stay disciplined, stay aligned, because even here, purpose still matters. And that is, again, there is nothing unsettling about a slow season. Not because everything is falling apart, but because everything gets quiet enough for you to hear your own questions. You start wondering if you missed something, if you waited too long, if you moved too slowly, if what you carry still matters the way you believed it or not. And in seasons like this, silence can feel personal. I know, I've been there too many times. But I guarantee to you, silence is not always rejection, and slowness is not always loss. And a quiet season is not proof that purpose has left your life. Sometimes it is the very opposite. Sometimes God allows the peace to slow your spirit so you can catch up, so your motives can be refined, so your discipline can be strengthened. So the version of you that is emerging is not built on noise, applause, or urgency, but on truth. Because anyone can feel confident when the things are moving fast. I'm telling you, we see it every day. Anyone can stay committed when the doors are open quickly. But it takes another kind of strength to stay faithful when the evidence is minimal, to keep praying, keep preparing, to keep showing up with integrity when the room is completely quiet. That is what depth looks like. That is what the real formation looks like. So if this is your slow season, do not misread it, legend. Do not rush it. And do not abandon yourself inside of it. Because even here, purpose still working. Even here, you are still being built. And even here, what God planted in you still matters. The enemy wants you to believe that if it is not moving fast, it's not working. If it is not loud, it must not be blessed. If it is not producing public evidence, then somehow purpose has been canceled. But that is the lie. Everything valuable does not grow in public, and everything powerful is not produced in noise. Believe that. And everything ordained does not arrive on your timeline. Some of the deepest work that He will ever do in your life will happen in a season where you cannot explain Him with visible results. That is the season where your faith gets tested. That is the season, dear legend, where your discipline gets exposed. And that is the season where you find out whether you were committed to purpose or just addicted to momentum. Because it is easy to shout when doors are flying open. It is easy to post when everything looks impressive. It is easy to feel chosen when the room is clapping. But can you still stand on what God told you when the peace slows down? Can you still prepare when nobody is calling your name? Can you still move with wisdom when panic is trying to push you out of position? Because again, slow does not mean stagnant. Slow does not mean forgotten. Slow does not mean denied. Sometimes slow means rooted. Sometimes slow means protected. Sometimes slow means God is building depth that your next level will demand. So stop calling it dead when it is still developing. Slow seasons are meant for you. Stop calling it over when God is still ordering it. Slow seasons are meant for you. And stop abandoning purpose just because the process got quiet. Slow seasons are meant for you.